Hello, I am Mac, at least for a day, and everything is going to be okay. I'm here on my beautiful new home planet on my Eisentam Galaxy save to bring you another Waking Titan 1.5 report. We've had a few developments. We, and by we I mean Frej, F-R-E-J, from the Discord solved the Uplink app password. If you remember, we had, the uplink, the Myriad uplink was giving us different files, and they sounded like, these weird banging noises, which I thought were asteroids hitting a ship in No Man's Sky. We still don't know what the sound is supposed to be. It might be a new sound from the game, from the next update, but we'll see. But there was like these little pings in it that people thought was a countdown, and then when the countdown finished, we got another audio file that was about the same, but it had the Fibonacci sequence hidden in it. So nobody could figure anything out how to solve for the password uplink, the password for the uplink, but finally this Frej guy finally figured it out. Basically, the countdown, as we thought it was, there were like these little blips in the files, like where it was like blank for a millisecond or something. Those were actually like binary code, like they were telling us it was either a 1 or a 0. So whenever there was a 1, it was telling us to use a number from the Fibonacci sequence. Whenever there was a 0, it was saying don't use that number. So what the person figured out was they went through the Fibonacci sequence, and like the second number was a 1, so the second number of the Fibonacci sequence was used, and so on and so forth. And so that made the password. The password for the Myriad Uplink app is 1282189, and I'll put a link to the Myriad uplink again. I've done it several times now, but I'll give the link for that and the password in a pinned comment. And then as soon as they had solved that, we got a new status update, or a change to the status command on wakingtitan.com that now says uplink calibration completed, waiting for system initialization. And then all of this happened on Thursday, May 7th. And then much later in the evening, like nighttime where I am, Emily posted on Reddit again, loop16/atlas, made a new post called Loop 16 sequence 29, and I'll put a link to the Reddit post in the pinned comment as well. But she posted a link to a Clipit website, audio file, where this is what she says. She says, Emily, protocol 16 now active. If I hate someone because I am afraid of him, and I am aware of my hate, but not of my fear, you might say my hatred is conscious and my fear is unconscious. Now, that sounds like some kind of a direct quote. The first video that Emily gave us, she gave a direct quote from a Wikipedia file on the number 42, and then last week weekend we got her audio file where she said a quote from the song Tonight by LCD Sound System. But this quote, if it is a quote from something, it's not immediately findable. I tried doing a search for this quote online and it didn't pop up with anything. So if it is a quote, then it's not a famous quote. It's probably from some obscure book from a long time ago, and it's not on the internet, which is a little hard to believe. Or maybe it's not a quote at all, but I mean, it sounds like a quote, and she's been speaking in quotes lately. So I don't know why she would say this if it wasn't a quote from something. It's probably just from a book that hasn't been, you know, completely transcribed onto the internet. So also on the Clip-It file, there's some beeping in the background. Some people think it might be Morse code, but I found that almost every time somebody hears a weird sound in this ARG, they immediately think that it's Morse code. Like back when we got the SSTV sound, everyone was like, that's Morse code, but I heard it and I could tell that it wasn't Morse code. But anyway, I don't know if that beeping on the Clip-It is Morse code or not, but I guess we're either gonna have to figure out what's this a quote from, or if there is some kind of hidden beeping code in the background of the Clip-It file. But most likely the pattern has been Emily will post something on Reddit, and then she'll start responding to comments or making comments on her post the following night. So it's Thursday tonight, and just like last week she posted on Thursday, but now we'll probably have to wait till tomorrow, Friday, before she starts saying other things on the Reddit post to give us more clues about what we're supposed to do with this new puzzle. But anyway, that's pretty much the only news for tonight. We solved the Myriad Uplink app password, and Emily is posting on Reddit again. So that's just barely the beginning of this weekend's events. We think, a lot of people are starting to think that something is going to happen at E3. Sunday the 10th is the Microsoft convention or conference for E3, and last week we got a hint from Emily. She said June 10th. Of course, that June 10th was used to solve the Sacramento puzzle, so they could like locate where's evil laboratory or whatever. But we think that the June 10th might also be a clue that something's going to happen on June 10th, which just so happens to be when Microsoft, the makers of Xbox, which is the new platform that No Man's Sky is going to be on, is going to be having their E3 conference. So we think that might be a big hint that something No Man's Sky related will be at the Microsoft conference. So all that's coming up this weekend. We got some more Waking Titan developments and possibly something on Sunday. A lot of people are thinking that it's going to be a trailer for No Man's Sky. Of course, I would love it if it was a trailer on the 10th, but I'm not so sure we're going to get a trailer, or if we do, it'll be just another small teaser trailer. But I could be wrong. Maybe it will be some big, massive trailer. But we'll see. But anyway, I have been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything is going to be okay.